Hello, my friends. Just very, very quickly, I want to say what I've been feeling yesterday and then in today, where it's just kind of hit me. And you can go back into the Old Testament right before Sodom is destroyed, and you can see what I speak of. The Lord said, "If I find 50 righteous people in the city of Sodom, I will spare the whole place for their sake." And of course, we go back and forth. Well, if there's 45, will you spare it? If there's 30, will you spare it? So on and so forth. 7 times they spoke about sparing it. And then God eventually left the conversation. So we said that, or I spoke that yesterday, Donald Trump has made today a day of prayer for America. That all of those who come together, all for this prayer and asking God for the healing of the country, if God has chosen him indeed to be that righteous ruler who the people follow in the time of the end, then this prayer of healing will come and America will be healed. But there's always two parts of this, because within America is also Sodom and Gomorrah. Within America is also that prayer. So if you have America, which will be healed of the coronavirus because of this prayer, then the other part of it has to happen too. And this is why I say everyone should come out today and pray. Ask God in your heart. You don't have to come up with some pagan prayer that they all love to sit and speak about. Ask God in your heart with your own tears, by your own emotion, to heal this country. Because if there is even 50 righteous among this country, Lord, is it not worth sparing? And that's the prayer which really is the most identical to the situation that we're feeling and what we're coming up to. Because of the book of Revelations, it plays out as America is destroyed in Revelation. Sodom and Gomorrah are destroyed in Revelation, and they were used as a sign. But there's more to America than just that. There's more to Western civilization than just that, because it is the home of Jesus Christ. It is the only cities, the only countries in the entire world which accepted him. And remember, there is no other God into heaven by mankind in which we must be saved by. It is Jesus Christ only. So you have nations that have accepted him throughout the generations, and God has a way of dealing with those nations after they turn away from him, and it's a decree of divorce. He's saying, you have turned to adultery, you no longer want me, you can go have whatever God you want, I'll give you over to them, but you're not going to have me then. And that is what's happening in Western civilization, where all of the people, maybe the majority, I'm not sure yet, have come against God and said, we no longer want that God to rule over us. We didn't like our prosperity and peace for the last 300 years. We want a new God. This God is not doing what we want. So they get rid of Jesus and they bring in the Muslim gods and they bring in the Buddhist gods and all these other gods and the gods of self and all of these other gods. And they say, we want them because now we're in a different position. Jesus was fine for all those times, but we want even more than that now. And that's the thought process that truly goes on in the hearts of pagans. They think that what they have could be so much better without ever realizing that it was the best it was ever going to get in this world. So they go after all the other gods and they go into adultery. God issues that decree of divorce. And then what happens? Well, Sodom and Gomorrah happens. And that's why I say this prayer today for America. It's a prayer really for Western civilization and culture, all the countries which have accepted Jesus Christ throughout their history. It's a prayer for all of us, that God heals those ones who are righteous, those ones who will be involved in praying for the healing from their heart. God will heal them. But God also then has to make the second action. And this is why I feel that we are very, very, very close. It's coming. Just like I spoke yesterday, I've been talking to people about a virus that would be coming for a year, and then it finally came. The time is coming where God is going to overthrow America. And it's going to come in the form of Sodom and Gomorrah, New York City, California, something along those lines, where a huge, devastating event is going to happen in them, where God will spare the righteous out of there. He'll take them out in Exodus. But everybody else has to go away. And it has to happen like this because that is the only way that God will get all of those who are His to come to Him. I have a feeling very, very soon America will be overthrown by God. And you're going to see it happen just like Sodom and Gomorrah, just like Lot. It's going to happen in the same way. The whole country isn't going to be destroyed. But God's going to pick those two places among the country. And He's going to give them exactly what they would get if He was not over them. And the only thing that the devil wants over all mankind is to destroy them. I believe America is going to be overthrown. And we're going to witness it happen very, very soon. Which means when you see all of these things coming, know that summer is right around the corner. And we will also be taken very, very soon. So when you see these things happen, when you see the destruction and the devastation, do not be frightened. Be excited. Because you know God has told you everything ahead of time that was going to happen. You followed it, so you know it, you believe it, you see it happen. You know then that your redemption too draws nigh as soon as you see these things happen. God bless.